Ever feel like your company is a sinking ship? You've got an amazing product, killer ideas, but somehow it's just a soul-crushing place to work? You're not alone. Millions of employees feel trapped in toxic work environments. But here's the kicker. It's not because of the free snacks, the open office plan, or even that weird guy in accounting. It's something much deeper, something most companies get dead wrong. Stick around and I'll reveal the 5 hidden dysfunctions killing your company culture and how to fix them. We're diving deep into the psychology of teamwork, exposing the root causes of workplace misery. You'll learn why your boss might be a trust-killing micromanager, why your team avoids conflict like the plague, and how good ideas go to die in a culture of fear. Plus, I'll share a shocking story of a company that almost imploded because of these dysfunctions, and how they turned it all around. Now, I've been helping companies transform and grow for over a decade, and let me tell you, these dysfunctions are more common than you think. Contrary to what we may be thinking, most teams are dysfunctional, not because of individual incompetence, but because of deep-rooted systemic issues. And in my experience, it's often these seemingly small issues that can lead to a complete organizational breakdown. We're in the midst of a workplace crisis. Burnout is skyrocketing, with a recent Deloitte survey finding that a staggering 77% of employees have experienced burnout at their current job. Employee engagement is plummeting, with Gallup's data showing that only about 20% of employees are truly engaged at work globally. And while the initial wave of the Great Resignation has subsided, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that over 4 million Americans are still quitting their jobs each month. Why? Because too many companies are prioritizing short-term profits over the well-being of their people. They're creating environments where fear, distrust, and apathy reign supreme. And let me tell you, from my experience, this short-sighted approach always backfires. It leads to high turnover, low productivity, and a toxic culture that stifles innovation and growth. But it doesn't have to be this way. Not too long ago, I was working with a company that was struggling with a severe lack of trust within their leadership team. The CEO was a micromanager who constantly second-guessed his team's decisions. This created an environment where people were afraid to speak up, share ideas, or take risks. As a result, innovation stagnated, morale plummeted, and the company started losing its competitive edge. It was a classic case of how the absence of trust can poison an entire organization. To truly understand these dysfunctions, we need to delve into the groundbreaking work of Patrick Lencioni. His book, The Five Dysfunctions of a Team, brilliantly outlines the root causes of team dysfunction and provides a clear roadmap for overcoming them. If you are experiencing those issues, I highly recommend grabbing a copy. You can find the link in the description below. Let's break down these 5 dysfunctions one by one. Absence of trust. This is the foundation of dysfunction. I've seen this time and time again. Without trust, you have nothing. Teams need to feel safe to be vulnerable, admit mistakes, and ask for help. Example, a team member afraid to speak up in a meeting for fear of being ridiculed. This fear stifles creativity and innovation. Fear of conflict. Healthy conflict is essential for growth. Avoiding tough conversations leads to resentment, bad decisions, and missed opportunities. Example, a team agreeing to a bad idea just to avoid confrontation. I often encounter teams that are so conflict-averse that they end up making decisions that everyone knows are wrong. Lack of commitment. If people don't feel heard or involved, they won't commit to decisions. This leads to confusion, delays, and chaos. Example, a project stalling because nobody takes ownership. This is a classic symptom of a dysfunctional team. Avoidance of accountability. Without accountability, performance suffers. People need to be held responsible for their actions, both individually and as a team. Example, a team member missing deadlines with no consequences. This normally leads to a culture of blame and excuses. Inattention to results. The ultimate dysfunction. When individual goals trump collective goals, the entire organization suffers. Example, a sales team focused on individual commissions instead of overall company revenue. This is a recipe for disaster. So we've exposed the 5 dysfunctions, but how do we actually fix them? It's not as simple as just building trust or encouraging conflict. There's a deeper level, a hidden key that most companies miss, and that's where things get really interesting. Here's the secret sauce. Start with the leaders. Leaders need to provide clarity and model the behavior they want to see in their teams. Vulnerability, open communication, and a focus on collective results starts at the top. Create a culture of feedback. Encourage regular feedback, both positive and negative. Make it safe for people to speak their minds and challenge each other. Celebrate team wins. Recognize and reward collective achievements. This reinforces the importance of working together towards shared goals. Embrace conflict resolution. Don't shy away from conflict. Provide training and tools to help teams navigate disagreements constructively. Focus on shared values. Clearly define your company's values and ensure everyone understands how their work contributes to the bigger picture. Imagine a workplace where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered. A place where ideas flow freely, conflicts are resolved constructively, and everyone is pulling in the same direction. This isn't a fantasy, it's achievable, but it starts with addressing the 5 dysfunctions head-on. Remember that sinking ship feeling? Well, now you know why it's sinking, and more importantly, you have the tools to turn it around. I would like to hear from you. Have you experienced these dysfunctions in your own workplace? Please share your stories and challenges in the comments below. I'll be reading every single one and offering my personal insights and advice to help you navigate those tricky situations. Let's work together to build stronger, healthier teams.